Baby, cock the Glock and then I let it spray.
Oh my God! Let's get it! Let's get it! Yeah! Yes! World Series!
Look, I never made the video because I was just in disbelief that the Rays were actually going to a World Series. So here you go. Here it is. The Rays win ALCS Game 7. They become the first team in MLB history to win the first 3 games of an LCS, lose the next 3, just to win Game 7 and advance to the World Series. First time it's ever been done. And look, you have a right to be mad at me. If my video the other day rubbed you off wrong by, me saying when we lost Game 6, oh, the season's over. And look, in my defense, no team has ever in MLB history won the first 3 games of the LCS, lost the next 3, and then won Game 7. It's never happened before. So, of course, I wasn't expecting the Rays to actually pull it off. And aside from that, the Lightning just won the Stanley Cup. And you know how Tampa is with their sports, man. It's a soul for a soul, just like an Infinity War, a soul for a soul, And so I really thought, because the Lightning won the Stanley Cup this year, another Tampa team had to get the heartbreak treatment. So, I had a lot of reason to believe that the Rays weren't going to win Game 7, and they actually did. You have a right to be mad at me, disappointed, whatever word you want to use, for already giving up on the team in Game 6. This offense has just been so fucking horrid. This entire postseason, the pitching has just absolutely carried the team, and the offense is just barely getting by some of these games. I think every single game against Houston, every single game was close, except for the one game Houston blew us out, which was Game 6. So, that was the only non-stressful game of the entire ALCS, which is embarrassing, because really, the Astros could have won in 5. They really could have. It's just, there were unlucky bounces for them. Jose Altuve probably was responsible for one of the games. All I'm saying is, the Astros should have won that series, yet the Rays actually came on top. In every single fucking game the Rays won, it had to be stressful. There's only been one game this entire postseason that wasn't stressful for Rays fans. That was Game 2 of the Wild Card Series versus the Toronto Blue Jays when we blew them out like 8-2. That was the only non-stressful game of the entire postseason thus far for the Tampa Bay Rays. It was the only game where you pretty much knew it was over for the Rays. Every single game after that has just been, please hold on, don't blow it. Please hold on, don't blow it. Bend but don't break. And that's just been the storyline. I mean, it's just been awful. So the Rays win ALCS Game 7 by a final score of 4-2, advance to the World Series for the second time in franchise history, first time in 12 years. So, at the beginning of this video, you saw my reaction when the Rays got that final out. Obviously, I was stoked. I was so happy. I was in disbelief. I really was. Because of all my teams, right, I least expect the Rays to make it to the championship because it's the fucking struggle with baseball. Low payroll, small market, no salary cap, having-ass bullshit. It's just, you're used to it every year as a small market fan. You're like, oh, well, maybe next decade we'll have a young team capable of getting there. And, it's just that time of the decade. So, that's where we are. So, bottom of the first inning comes along, and Randy Arozarena continues his magical postseason. He's been single-handedly carrying the offense for the Tampa Bay Rays all year. And if we didn't have him, we would have lost to the Yankees in the ALDS. We really would have, and it wouldn't have gone to 5. It would have been a Yankee sweep in 3. If it weren't for Randy Arozarena, he's been God. Literal God for us. So he hits a home run in the first inning, and it's a 2-run homer. The Rays get on the board early, and instantly you're thinking, oh, I'm feeling good because guess what? To end the Yankee series Game 5, you had a good feeling when Mike Brasso came up to the plate against Aroldis Chapman. You had that storyline there. Aroldis Chapman throwing 100 miles an hour at Mike Brasso's head early in the regular season. You felt that something was about to go Mike Brasso's way. Revenge, storylines, you felt it was going to happen, right? And it just lined up. And it was the same thing with Game 7 against the Astros. It just lined up where Charlie Morton gets to start in Game 7, an elimination game, versus his old team the Houston Astros, who gave up on him and let him into free agency. And you just kind of felt, you just had that good feeling like the storyline is there. I think Charlie's going to pull it out. And Charlie really did play the game of his life, I thought. I know a lot of people were mad at Kevin Cash for pulling him early, but look, I have a lot of faith and trust into Cash. He's gotten this small market team this far in the playoffs. You got to put trust into that man. So Mike Zunino in the second inning shockingly hits a home run and makes it 3-0 Rays, and this one was just absolutely crushed. So Mike Zunino, another homer, surprisingly, is third. I think it was the second or third of the postseason. And then sixth inning would come along. Mike Zunino hit a sacrifice fly, bringing in G-Man Choi. It's 4-0 Tampa in the sixth inning, and you're like, okay, I feel really good now, but it's still going to get stressful at some point. And that's exactly what happened, because in the top of the eighth inning, Carlos Correa hit a single that drove in 2 runs, and the lead's cut in half. It's 4-2 Tampa with another inning to go, and you're like, please don't blow it. Please don't blow it. It's funny because Nick Anderson had another bad game. He played 2 innings, gave up 2 hits and 2 runs. I don't know how it happened, but, Nick Anderson, he just hasn't played very good in the League Championship Series. So I hope he fixes that for the World Series, but what can you do? We're going to go look at Morton's stat line. He goes 5 innings, only allows 2 hits, 0 runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Just like I said, one of the best games he's ever played in his entire career. And we needed it from him in this game. And that's it. The Rays, they advance to the World Series, and it's so unreal. It's literally so unreal. Although I don't have a good feeling going in against the Dodgers, I hate to say it, I really don't have a good feeling about it, but just the fact that we've gotten to this point, we've won the American League, and we've made it to the big stage, we've made it, this small market team from St. Petersburg, Florida, Tropicana Field, this team, they made it. They made it to the World Series. 162-game season or not, you got to give some hella props to this team, bro. This team is so intelligent. This team is so well managed by Kevin Cash. So well put together by the Rays front office. Really, this team is remarkable. They really are. And they absolutely deserve to make it to the World Series this year. And it's something that I don't expect to happen again for a while, because that's how baseball works. It's just how baseball works. It's not like hockey or football, where you keep a core group of players for several years, regardless of what team you're on. Every team spends around the same amount of money every year. There's a salary cap. You can't go over a salary. But with the Rays, you have a young core for about 3 seasons, and then you got to blow it up because they want bigger contracts and you can't afford them anymore. That's just the sad reality of baseball. And that's why with the Rays, you really only expect them to get one window once every 10 years or so. You expect one window. It's just that time again where they have that window, and it might be the last one. I think they'll be good again next year. But I think after next year, there will be some questions. I think next year is our really last window to win it. Hopefully I'm wrong, but hopefully we just get it done this year, man. Hopefully we can just get past the almighty Dodgers, but I really don't like the matchup. How about that, baby? The Rays are in the World Series. I can't believe I'm saying it. I really can't believe I'm saying it because it's incredible. It really is incredible. I don't think really a whole lot of people expected this team to make it to the big show, but here they are. Hella respect to this team, man. It's just absolutely insane. So with that being said, all right, Tampa Bay Rays are now officially adopted as America's team because nobody likes the Astros. They cheated, and nobody likes the Dodgers because they have a high payroll and they make it to the World Series almost every fucking year. So I don't think a whole lot of people like the Dodgers very much. So Rays, let's go. America's team, baby. Let's go. All right. See you for the World Series recaps, baby. Peace out.